Now that Vegeta and Goku have accepted working together, they continue to go after Jiren in their uncoordinated attacks. But last episode, they said this was actually throwing Jiren off. Jiren's just a different breed of monster than what we've ever seen before. So I've been feeling like he's unbeatable for some time now. In a way, that was exciting to me because I want to see something different from the norm. Have some crazy plot twists thrown at us, but them throwing Jiren's rhythm off really got me excited. My hopes were restored in Universe 7's chances, but of course, those hopes pretty much got wiped out quick. I mean, right from the start of the episode, Goku even says that Jiren was taking their attacks like it was nothing. So it looks like his rhythm was only thrown off for a quick second, just to give the fans a false sense of hope. Vegeta chimes in with his normal, It says that the fight's just begun. Leave it to the prince to boost the morale. But then, they put us right back on the roller coaster. Master Roshi notes that not even Jiren can do anything to this push, and Universe 11's Supreme Kai, who, even when Belmod seems worried, has always acted calm towards any counterattack against Jiren. But this time, even he was sweating. The thing is, you could see the difference between the way Jiren was blocking at the end of the last episode and now. Last time, it seemed his focus was definitely split between his two opponents, but now, he just looked ahead like normal. He wasn't having any problem blocking both of them. Does this mean Vegeta and Goku's attacks are starting to become coordinated, making it easier for Jiren? Or is he just adjusting to the 2-on-1 attacks? That's something y'all can tell me in the comments or in the Anifam's Discord. It's been super active, so I'll leave the link in the pinned comment. Now when they hit Jiren with the Kamehameha wave and Final Flash, Jiren seemed a bit worried, but it was more like this was just a bother to him. He ends up under a huge pile of rocks. Jiren still had a ridiculous amount of power hidden within him. Maybe they should have made him be the one who looks like a rabbit, since he never want to stop like the Energizer Bunny. But I was disappointed in this power-up, because they made it seem a little insignificant. Like I was totally scared seeing this in the preview, but the only reaction they showed from it was Goku and Vegeta making a little gasp. That's it? When Jiren said that he could tell Goku and Vegeta had shown him his power, I thought it was about over. It sounded like he was gonna be like, now I'll show my power. Instead, we just hear Vegeta laugh at him. Goku and Vegeta then proceed to help each other attacking Jiren, but what was noticeable was the fact that Jiren didn't just stand there. He actually jumped into the fight as well. It's not like we haven't seen him do this before, but I think it was just significant of the force Goku and Vegeta are actually putting up against him. That's when Dispo shows back up into the picture to let us know that maybe Jiren is really about to show his full power. Finally. Now it's been surprising to see how well Dispo's been doing against Frieza. They haven't really been showcasing the true power that Golden Frieza holds during this arc, but we know he's super powerful. And while I already knew getting pulled around by his tail wouldn't really do anything to him, it has been interesting to see how much Dispo has shocked Frieza. Dispo seemed like a very gullible character, so this has been refreshing and it's given us a reason to believe that he really does deserve to be in Universe 11's Final 3. So Frieza is quick to let Dispo know that he finds his speed flawed. He reminds him that Goku told him his movements were too predictable, but then Dispo is like, no, I'm still holding back. I got excited about this because we saw his purple aura in the preview, so I was definitely ready to see Dispo actually power up. And then he comes back at Frieza saying, oh, what's wrong? I thought you said my movements were predictable. Now, while I was ready to see more from Dispo, I didn't feel like he should be strong enough to be throwing Frieza off this much. I guess I was just a little disappointed in him since I know he's gotten so much stronger, and he's just got us waiting to see what he's really capable of. Dispo surprises Frieza with his Circle Flash, which was pretty cool. It didn't really go with his speedster personality, but it was still a nice move and it manages to bring Frieza to the ground. This is where we see the similarity between Dispo and Frieza. They are both underestimating the other over and over again. Dispo gets cocky and actually thinks he's gonna eliminate Frieza just with that, but Frieza was tricking him. This was classic Frieza. By making Dispo think he had the upper hand, Frieza was able to scare him by totally turning the tables around. This would make his deal to work with Universe 11 seem much more appealing to Dispo. Now of course Beerus was upset by this, but Krillin reminded him that Frieza has done this before. Remember, he acted like he was going to hurt Goku after his fight with Jiren, but it ended up he was just giving Goku some of his energy. So Krillin was right to think that maybe Frieza had an alternative plan here. One thing that instantly came to mind was that Frieza might be doing what he did to Frost. He made Frost think that they were buddies so that he could get on Frost's good side. The trust Dispo could put in Frieza if they became teammates would make it 10 times easier for Frieza to eliminate him. But as we expected, there was no way a Pride Trooper was going to negotiate with someone evil. And that's when we got what we've been waiting on. Frieza just went golden against Annie Raza, but that episode was about working together. This time, Frieza had the spotlight. I got super hyped, hoping we would see more of this form, since they've only given us a taste of it right before the tournament started. However, I am a bit tired with the same transformation animation. It's not like we see Goku always power up into Super Saiyan Blue the same as when he first achieved it. Regardless, this moment was still awesome. And then the tricking continued. Frieza let Dispo hit him for 2 reasons. 1, to see just how fast Dispo could really go. And 2, to trick him again into thinking he had an advantage. Ended up that Frieza was actually going faster than Dispo. And we also knew that Dispo had a power-up coming, so I was ready to see that at any moment. And that's exactly what we got. Now, one thing that I didn't like about his transformation is that it was purple. He already looked so much like Beerus, but they really had to give him the same color aura too. This made Dispo super extremely fast. I remember one of the spoilers said something about him having speed faster than light, but I wasn't really expecting that to be so literal. But with the name literally including light speed mode, and it being too fast for even the Zenos to see it in slow-mo on their god pad, it was made pretty obvious to me that he really was moving at the speed of light. The Grand Priest apologizes by saying he'll prepare a higher spec god pad next time. Wait. Next time? Is there going to be another tournament of power with the winner of this one, plus the 4 stronger universes that weren't eligible to participate this time? Something else for us to discuss. What was interesting to me was how Frieza was standing right before Gohan jumped in. He looked like he was out of energy or had given up, but I can't see either one of those being true. Regardless, Frieza acts as if nothing bad was about to happen to him once Gohan arrives. Now, I'ma be honest, I love the interaction in this scene. It was like a twisted way of bonding as Frieza asks Gohan if he's sure he wants to help someone who might really betray Universe 7. Gohan is very aware of the little time left in the tournament, so he's not playing games. If he wants to betray them, then Gohan says he'll just eliminate Frieza himself. This is the side we all love from Gohan, and I was getting so nervous at this point to see if he would really be getting eliminated. But with a small bond now formed between them, Gohan and Frieza decide to work together. Not really sure why the others were so scared that Frieza might decide to betray them in the end, considering he just helped them defeat Annie Raza, but that was the reason I had no worries here. And leave it to my boy Gohan, rightfully called Universe 7's leader by even Frieza, to figure out that all they needed to do was limit the space Dispo had to move in. This plan gave Gohan the advantage. Belmont explains why this is so bad for Dispo. Seems like using this mode makes it so he can't go any slower than the speed of light, meaning all his movements would easily run into Frieza's lasers. Even after Dispo kicks Gohan into the beams, Gohan refuses to back down. He takes his job so serious, and we know from his past that nothing will stop him from fulfilling what's expected of him. He knocks Dispo right out of his super maximum light speed mode. but Frieza starts to struggle with the amount of stamina these lasers are taking out of him. And Belmont even states that everything would be back in Dispo's favor if Frieza were to stop creating the cage. Dispo gets hit by the lasers again, and unlike with Tobo, Gohan doesn't hesitate at all. But then, Frieza can't hold on. And just as Dispo powers up again, Gohan grabs hold with all his might, determined for his team to win even if he doesn't. Frieza is loving this. Not only does he get to blast a fighter that's humiliated him, but he also gets to blast Gohan, a Saiyan and the son of his most hated rival. At least he promises to make it quick. Gohan, of course, is left disappointed, but the rest of his team ensures him that what he did was the right thing. As he looks over to see Dispo was in fact eliminated as well, Gohan accepts his own end in this battle. Even Goku is left proud of his son. Gohan is still my boy, even if on the sidelines. This leaves us with another elimination that might actually be happening right here.